Hello Gemini, hope you're all doing well today. This is your love advice reading from the 17th of March right the way through until about the 31st. Obviously these energies over the fortnights are all going to shuffle around and change and all the rest of it, and I just try and focus on pretty much what you need to be doing and what's best for you in your life, because obviously you're the most important person. End of story, and you know that. Okay, let's make a start. The first card you've got is the Five of Cups. Now, this could obviously be something that you've just recently been through. You could also have had some breakup or something from somebody that you still sort of feel a little bit upset about this. This could be having regrets as well, that things didn't work out or didn't go the way you wanted them to. But I always see it as like, I guess to some extent, if things don't work out, then maybe, when people look back, they can sometimes see it as like, it wasn't that great anyway. And there's better people out there, and you know that. There's always better people out there. There's always better relationships. There's something like, what is this, 6 billion people in the world. Out there is the perfect person for you, Gemini. And this card very much is about, you turn around, there's 2 cups left. There's always more to be had. There's always more people, So let's try and not dwell on this a little bit. I don't think you are, to be honest with it. With the rest of the cards, it's looking pretty damn good. So I think this is sort of shifting and clearing a little bit anyway. Okay. The next card you've got is the Queen of Swords. And this is very much coming in your own power a little bit. We all learn from the past and we grow in wisdom and maturity. And this queen has pretty much travelled a long journey. But to get to this queen status, it is about knowing you are the queen, knowing that you don't have to sort of put up with rubbish, knowing that, you're good enough and you deserve somebody good in your life who's going to treat you well and look after you. And this can be very much a card of, sometimes this queen puts the sword up and says no more, I'm not prepared to put up with that, I don't want that, and can be sometimes a little bit hard line, but again, that's a good thing, of knowing where boundaries are, knowing again what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and again knowing your queen status, so well done, Gemini. This is pretty damn good, this. The next card you've got is the Two of Pentacles. And this could be that you're just bringing things back in balance a little bit. Whether we've had some rocky road on finances, whether things are still a little bit rocky on finances, this could again just be bringing things in balance, go with the flow energy of, hey ho, this too will pass. This could also be having a balance in your life, that you're sort of not wearing yourself out or not doing too much. This could also be the balance in relationships, that again you just sort of bring that balance in. You have your boundaries of, fine, I'll see you on a Tuesday, but Wednesday I'm going out here, and again, it is good to have this balance in things. It is good to sort of know where you are and know where you stand, and if you're currently not with anybody, then again, just to have this sort of balance in your own life and making things work for you. The next card you've got is this Queen of Wands. Now, whether this is somebody who's helping you a little bit, because if you look, you both do look like you're looking towards each other, of how these cards have fell. So whether this is a friend of yours, whether this is a sister, whether this is somebody you work with, or your employer even, I do think you've got support around you, Gemini. I do think there's people there who can sort of help you, people who can give you a bit of a listening ear, people who support you. I mean, in all fairness, these are quite different energies. They're very, very different people. But with this Two of Pentacles in the middle of it, I do think that, the pair of you try and sort of see things from each other's point of view. I do think, we have this balance between you two, that you try and sort of help each other or understand each other. So again, whether you're in a relationship or not, I do think there's support around you and people who can help you. If this is you, this is again very much to do with self-confidence, and to know that you are a very sexy woman. You've got a lot going for you, and to come up as two queens, again, whether this is both you, that is an amazing feat, to know our own worth, to not be downtrodden, to not be sort of putting up with rubbish, to not be some sort of doormat in somebody's life, then this is an amazing feat to get to this stage, you know. And this woman is very, very confident within herself, very, very secure in who she is. She's also a very active person. So again, whether you've been focusing on being active, joining the gym, getting out and about a little bit more, again, this is all to the good, Gemini, you know, of bringing back our own sort of self-esteem and our own confidence is a massively good thing. So excellent work here. Excellent work for these 2 weeks. The last card you've got is from the Whispers of Love Oracle. And this is physical touch is important. And again, going back to this, whether you have got people in your life who are supporting you, people who are sort of helping you, physical touch is very, very important to a lot of people. You know, everybody needs a little bit of a hug now and again, you know, we really do. Everybody needs a little bit of a pat on the back or a little bit of touch of the arm, or, you know, it can be very, very comforting to people, you know. And whether you give this to your children, whether you give this to your parents or your friends, you know, a little bit of hug is such a nice thing to do for somebody. So again, maybe focus on that a little bit this fortnight. Focus on yourself. It's all going in the right direction, Gemini. I want to say, like, whatever we do for ourselves, like for self-esteem wise or for job wise, however much we raise up, we get better people. We really do. That, you know, the better we look, we attract better. And if you ever walk down any sort of street or any high street, the people in couples match each other. You know, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. We've all seen people who look a little bit down and out, and they're equally with some other person who looks a bit downtrodden as well. And I'm not trying to be insulting. Hey, I've been in some bad places myself, but the more we raise up, we just get better people. We just get better people in our lives, better people with better self-esteem, people who treat us better. You know, it all goes in the right direction. It really does. So working on ourselves is massively, massively important, and it honestly does look like you're doing a lot of work here, Gemini, and, you know, payoffs will come. Okay, I hope that was helpful to you. Thank you so, so much for watching, and I'll see you again in a fortnight. Thank you, Gemini. Bye-bye.